All right, if you're a doctor, you've probably heard all the buzz about AI in medicine. But what if the whole conversation has shifted? What if it's no longer about the future, but about adapting right now, or getting left behind? That's exactly what we're digging into today.
I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? It just sets the tone perfectly. We're not talking about some far-off sci-fi concept. AI is here, and it's reshaping how medicine is practiced as we speak.
Okay, so revolution, that's a pretty big word. Is it really happening? Well, let's just dive into the numbers because the scale of what's going on might actually surprise you. Just let that sink in for a minute. 80%. We're talking about the vast majority of hospitals around the globe that are already using AI. This isn't on the horizon. It's already baked into the system, doing everything from reading scans to optimizing workflows. And hey, if that adoption rate doesn't grab you, just follow the money. We're looking at a market projected to be worth $187 billion by 2030. You just don't throw that kind of cash at a passing fad. This is the foundation of a massive, permanent shift. And look, this isn't just hospital administrators pushing some new tech from the top down. Doctors, the people actually doing the work, are seeing the benefits firsthand. Over 70% of them believe AI makes diagnoses better, and nearly the same amount say it makes their work more efficient. The buy-in from your peers is real, and it's growing fast. Now, it's easy to look at these massive global numbers and think, yeah, okay, but that's happening somewhere else. Well, think again. Let's bring this right down to the local level because the adoption in India is moving at an incredible pace. And we're not talking about pilot programs or theories. This is on the ground right now. Major institutions like Apollo hospitals are already saving their doctors 2 to 3 hours every single day. State governments are rolling it out for cancer screening. We have Indian-developed AI reading X-rays with stunning accuracy. The momentum here is just, wow, it's undeniable. So, here's the catch. Here's the critical point we need to talk about. While all these hospitals and governments are sprinting forward, there's this gap that's opening up, and it's a dangerous one. The gap between the institutions and the individual doctors. It's like we're seeing a two-speed world develop right before our eyes. In the fast lane, you've got the institutions. They're flooring it, investing and integrating AI everywhere. And then, in the other lane, you have individual clinicians who are suddenly realizing they need to play catch-up, and fast. That skills gap between them, it's getting wider every single day. And this is where we get to the heart of it, right? This isn't some academic chat about learning a new gadget. We're talking about professional survival, about staying relevant in your own field. The stakes for just sitting back and waiting this one out, they're incredibly high. So let's just be direct about it. What actually happens if you don't get up to speed? What are the real, tangible risks here? Well, it really boils down to 3 big things. First, you risk getting sidelined in the big conversations. You know, the strategic decisions at your hospital that are increasingly being driven by AI. Second, and this one's huge, you could lose trust with your patients. They're getting smarter, they're reading up, and they'll expect you to be on top of this stuff. And finally, it's simple. AI literacy is becoming a fundamental baseline skill, kind of like knowing how to use a stethoscope. Okay, so that's the challenge. So what's the answer? It's about evolving into something new. It's about becoming what's now being called the AI fluent clinician. And being fluent is so much more than just knowing which buttons to click. We're talking about true mastery. An AI fluent clinician is someone who can wield these new tools with skill, with wisdom, and with a deep sense of ethics. They're not just reacting to change anymore. They're in a position to actually drive it. So what does it actually take to be fluent? Well, it's the whole package. Of course, you need the practical, hands-on skills for your daily work. But just as important, you need to be the one who can navigate the tough legal and ethical questions that come with it. It's about knowing the limits, knowing where AI is brilliant, and frankly, where it falls short. That's how you build real, unshakable trust with your patients. And that really brings us to the bottom line. This transformation is happening. It's not a matter of if, it's already here. So the only real question left is the one you have to ask yourself. Are you going to be led by this change, or are you going to be the one to lead it?